Newcastle's European charge is getting stronger.
Here we go again.
On a day, they gave 5 big reasons why they are building something special. Sheffield United was blown away into being relegated. So from Eddie Howe's defensive pillar to Bruno Guimaraes' moment of magic.
Hi our fans, thank you for today. Your flags was unbelievable. I wanna cry when I've seen. It's very happy. Win the game, score one more goal. Already let's we're together. See you.
To Newcastle's very own superstar. And the big update regarding the 2025-26 Newcastle Adidas kit. As per, join us as we'll delve into the 5 things we learned from Newcastle United 5 Sheffield 1.
Let's go!
Starting off with the midfield maestro, Bruno Guimaraes had a comfortable and impressive afternoon for Newcastle United, particularly in the second half of the match. He showcased his skills and influence on the game. By owning the middle of the park, just look at his heat map, he was grinding. This culminated in an excellent diving header to score a goal. The goal meant Bruno Guimaraes has scored or assisted 11 goals in the Premier League this season. Rodri is the only defensive midfielder with more goal involvements. In the game itself, he was the highest in progression via carry and third in progression via pass, having an 8.1 match rating, 1 goal, 116 touches, 71 out of 90 accurate passes, 2 key passes, 7 out of 12 accurate long balls, 4 out of 5 successful dribbles, 8 out of 16 ground duels won, 1 out of 1 aerial duel won. This means that Bruno Guimaraes has won more duels and won more fouls than any other player in the Premier League this season. And he's the only player in Europe's top 5 divisions to make 60-plus tackles and complete 60-plus take-ons in the league. Speaking after the game, he said, "An indescribable feeling I was able to experience this afternoon. Gratitude, love, respect, and partnership. My greatest victory is being a Geordie on the field. Representing you, the fans, on the field is what keeps me focused and always striving for my best. Happy for the affection you've always shown me and for being able to represent my country in Newcastle. Onwards to more." The celebration that followed the goal was iconic and added to the excitement of the moment. By the way, if you want to know the exclusive secret revealed by Fabrizio Romano regarding Bruno Guimaraes' £100 million release clause, watch this video till the end. Then, despite not being involved in the game as shown in the passing networks, Alexander Isak reminded everyone on why he is the Premier League's best complete striker. Having an 8.5 match rating, 2 goals from an XG of 1.31, 3 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked, 3 out of 3 successful dribbles, 34 touches, 75% passing accuracy, 2 key passes, 3 out of 6 ground duels won. The goals meant Alexander Isak has scored 11 Premier League goals in 2024, 2 more than any other player in the competition, totaling 19 Premier League goals this season, the most by any Newcastle player in a single top-flight campaign since Alan Shearer in 2003-04, while also scoring in each of his past 7 Premier League games at St James's Park, with only Andrew Cole and Alan Shearer netting in more consecutive home appearances for the Mags in the competition. There is no longer any debate on Tyneside. The 24-year-old is the best striker to have worn the black and white stripes since Shearer retired 18 years ago. Others have shone brightly briefly. Demba Ba, Papis Cisse, Loic Remy, and of course his current Newcastle teammate Callum Wilson. But Isak is world-class and proves it consistently. He deserves to be talked about alongside the global elite, although Newcastle will not entertain any talk of him leaving. Not at the moment. Hopefully not ever, but certainly not yet. After the game, Eddie Howe, when asked if he would swap the play with anyone, he said, "It's a shame for me and probably Alex. I wouldn't."
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips.
Strikers. players, Callum Wilson also came off the bench and scored his 47th goal for Newcastle United in the Premier League. That brings him joint second in the all-time list for the club, equaling Peter Beardsley and only behind the legend that is Alan Shearer with 148. While although Anthony Gordon cut a frustrated figure in the first half, he however improved after the break and assisted Guimaraes' goal and won the penalty that Isak converted for 3-1. Meaning, Anthony Gordon now has been directly involved in 16 Premier League goals at St James's Park this season, with only Cole Palmer registering more home goal involvements in the competition this term. Harvey Barnes also came on for Murphy and provided a quality assist for Callum Wilson with a chipped ball over the top. However, despite the attacking players stealing the show in the second half, that could have been a very different game if not for Dan Burn. It was his 2 goal-saving blocks that put them in a position to do so. Having a 7.7 match rating, 4 clearances, 1 clearance off the line, 4 blocked shots and 2 interceptions, was one of the biggest reasons to why we managed to win this game. As a sidebar for Tyno Livramento, it was a slow start on his first start in 4 weeks but improved as the game progressed and got forward well. Having a 7.5 match rating, 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, 3 tackles, not being dribbled past, a crazy 101 touches, 92% passing accuracy, 3 key passes, 1 accurate cross, 3 out of 3 accurate long balls, 5 out of 8 ground duels won, and 1 out of 3 aerial duels won. All in all, Newcastle have scored 13 Premier League goals against Sheffield United this season, the most one team has scored against another in a single campaign in the competition's history. Speaking after the game, Eddie Howe said,
"We were, I think, a little bit lethargic from Wednesday night. No excuses on that, but we were lucky to probably go into the half-time break at 1-1. But it's important that we did, and we weren't behind. It gave us an opportunity to go and win the game in a much better second-half performance that was much more like ourselves, and I was pleased to see us return to form.
Obviously, you fell behind inside 5 minutes, but how key was that stage in the opening period of the second half, scoring 3 goals in 11 minutes?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we can do that in bursts, especially with the crowd's help. But we had much better rhythm about us physically. We looked better in the second half. We were our fluent best selves really for that short period in the game, and with the quality we have, we know we can hurt teams. So we're still searching for consistency. This week's shown that, I think. Crystal Palace to today. So we're still wanting to be a bit more true to ourselves for 90 minutes, but I've got to praise the players' efforts, the way we came back into the game. It's never easy to do, and it's a great win.
Then, in other Newcastle United news, Kieran Trippier on his injury recently said, "At this stage of the season, and with the amount of games I've played, we need to take extra precautions. It's important that there are no setbacks. I don't want to come back and then just re-injure myself, so I'm just ticking every box." Then, Fabrizio Romano recently revealed some interesting updates regarding Bruno Guimaraes' £100 million release clause.
Let me start with an exclusive update on Bruno Guimaraes, because many of you always ask me about the Brazilian midfielder of Newcastle linked with Paris Saint-Germain in the January transfer window. Then for sure, one of the players of interest at many clubs, including Arsenal, Manchester City. Many clubs are informed on the situation of Bruno Guimaraes ahead of the summer transfer window. But after telling you in exclusive news last year about the release clause into the contract of Bruno Guimaraes, £100 million, I'm here to tell you guys how the clause works. And it's an important detail because it's an important update for the clubs interested and for Newcastle fans also waiting to understand what's going to happen. From what I understand, guys, the release clause of Bruno Guimaraes is only valid from the final week of May to the final week of June. So the clause is not valid in July and not valid in August. Any club interested in Bruno Guimaraes can trigger the release clause till the beginning of the final week of June. Then, if they want to enter in conversations in July or in August, they have to negotiate with Newcastle, and Newcastle are in total control of the situation. So there will be no clause at that point. The only one is valid from the beginning of the final week of May to the beginning of the final week of June. This is the agreement for the release clause of Bruno Guimaraes, £100 million. So let's see what's going to happen. The interest is there for sure, but at the moment, from what I'm hearing, we are not into advanced stages of this story.
While regarding the supporting director saga, in a twist, Dan Ashworth is set to take Newcastle United to arbitration as Manchester United continue to stick at an offer of £2 million compensation, less than we paid for him ourselves. Over the sporting director we continue to pay, who has been on gardening leave since February. The arbitration is due to start next month if no resolution is reached, which it won't as Newcastle have the protection of the signed contract and want a proper payout for the trouble this has all caused. While in other developments, Footy Headlines has revealed the leaked potential designs for the Newcastle United 24, 25 home, away, and third kits. What are your thoughts? Do you like the first modern Adidas Newcastle United kits? Then finally, if you want to know on the latest development you didn't know on how Newcastle United are set to strike a massive deal amid a secret clause, click the video link on screen now.